Hello and welcome to my garden and the dinosaurs who live there. Well, I'm not surprised what's happened. It's been wet or damp anyway and warm for most of the summer. So what do you think's happening to my potatoes? Can you see? Unless I'm very much mistaken, we are getting blight. So, and that's not the only place that I'm spotting it, but I've been keeping an eye on these, so I think I've caught it quite early. So what I'm going to do is harvest the potatoes that have signs of blight on their leaves, and I've got another couple of pots that are really, like down here, the foliage has really died back. So I'm going to harvest quite a lot of potatoes today and hope that we can keep the blight off the other ones for a little bit longer, because I don't really want to harvest everything right now. I'll store what I can store, but I like to harvest and eat rather than harvest and store if I can do. So yeah, okay, watch the space. Let's start getting some potatoes harvested. Okay, this is a tub of Charlotte that there was 3 seed potatoes put into in fact there was 2 seed potatoes put into a 30 litre tub with the specialised compost that I've used for some of the potatoes in the pots. So this is specifically designed for use to grow potatoes. So yep, Charlotte special compost. No date on this, unfortunately. I can check back, but it's the beginning of April that that these went in. So let's see how we go. Right, I think that's it. Not too much to write home about, but nice smallish potatoes that'll taste lovely. Oops. And I will I think I'll just put this compost somewhere else rather than use it for potatoes again, since the foliage has been touched with blight. Okay, so this pot is Rocket, and I added a potato fertiliser to the compost in this tub. So let's see how that's going. It's just all got a bit, the foliage has got a bit collapsed, so I think it's time to harvest these. Beryl's in the nest box. Laying an egg at the moment, poor Petal. Ouch, says Beryl. Right, I think that's me. Yeah, quite a nice little yield there. I'm pleased with that. I mean, it's not tons, but yeah, I'm pleased with that. Okay, this is Rocket that had comfrey as its fertiliser. So, let's see. Snail, snail. I think comparing the potatoes grown in comfrey to the potatoes grown with potato fertiliser, I think this time the potato fertiliser may just have one. There's what I've got with comfrey. I'll weigh them and compare. I'm not going to wash them though, because I want to store these a little bit. I know there's not that many potatoes, but actually my husband doesn't eat potatoes, so it's all for me. And if I'm only eating maybe that amount with a meal twice a week, then with all the potatoes I'm harvesting, I've got a wee bit of leeway to store them. So yeah, I'll weigh them, but without washing them this time. But yeah, I'm okay with that. Could be more, could be more. But hey, plenty for me. Okay, this plant has got just a touch of blight, but it looks really healthy other than that, but I'm going to harvest it anyway. And this is Estima. It's 2 seed potatoes in a specialist compost that I haven't added anything else to. So let's see. Yeah, that is good. Let's see what happens. Which side do you say? At least the sides. Looking more, so I use the sides. Okay, okay. I think that's me. I have to say it is good fun doing this. So, Estima in the special compost. Yeah, nice. 2 seed potatoes. I'm liking that. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, these are the Estimas that were grown in the specialist compost, and they're coming in at £1 10 ounces. These are the little Charlottes that had just got blight, well the leaves had anyway, and they're just 13 ounces there, so not a good haul at all, but looking, nice size for just new potatoes. They were grown in the specialist compost as well. These are Rocket, and they were grown in the organic potato fertiliser. Nice size, most of them, some small ones. And that's £1 7 ounces. And these are the Rocket that were grown with comfrey as the fertiliser. Lots and lots of small ones actually, so maybe I think they could have done it with a bit longer if the foliage had held out. But that's given me £1 4 ounces as it stands. So yeah, lots of tiny ones there. So not so great, but I'm sure they'll taste fine. So what can I take from the results of that little bunch of potato harvests? Well, out of two that I could compare, the rocket potatoes, the rocket that had grown with potato fertiliser added to the compost gave me a little bit greater yield and larger potatoes, whereas the one that had comfrey in was a little bit behind where the size was concerned and the weight. So comfrey lost out in this round of the harvests. The Charlotte potatoes were, you know, small yield, small size, but yeah, they'll be fine. And the Estima potatoes in the specialist compost actually gave me quite a nice yield and a nice size of potato, and my last Estimas were good as well actually. Estimas appear to be the potatoes that quite like the environment I'm growing them in here. They're doing best overall so far. I've got a couple more pots of Estimas to harvest later on in the month, and I have some pink fir apples left to harvest as well. So yeah, that's all from me for now. Fingers crossed, everyone, that I don't get any more blight on my potatoes, and certainly not on my tomatoes, because they need all the help they can get. Yeah, so if you've enjoyed this, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll talk to you again very soon. Bye bye for now.